Tell me more about what you're experiencing now. What is happening? What's happening now, David?
I think I see myself at work.
At what?
At work,
Work? Where are you?
well, the image I'm getting is just me at work,
In
where I
this,
work now.
I see. Tell me about work in this life.
I work at a supermarket.
Are you comfortable at your job?
I don't like it.
That's a signal that it's probably not your place to stay. Tell me more. What are you observing now? It came up for a reason.
It's just a lot of people.
Yeah. Ah, so that's a big issue because it's overwhelming in that way.
It's too many people.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. May I speak to your subconscious, please?
Yes,
Am I speaking to David's subconscious? Let's leave that scene, leaving the man there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find what he is supposed to find. We are leaving him there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find what he is supposed to find. We are leaving him there to continue on his own path. Now, I want all the consciousness and personality of David to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to David's subconscious, please?
yes,
I have permission to speak to David's subconscious.
yes.
I know the subconscious takes care of David's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has happened to David in this lifetime and all other lifetimes he has ever lived. So I always ask permission first to speak to you and to ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
What is David's purpose?
You just be here.
What do you
Just
mean?
exist. His energy helps others.
How so?
It makes them feel better. they learn and grow.
I- Isn't this a costly purpose for somebody who's overwhelmed by being around so many people?
Unfortunately, yes. But that's what he wanted to do.
When does this complete to where he can go home to his planet?
I don't know.
What are the underlying factors that determine something like that? What determines how long you have on Earth?
When you're done with what you have to do,
Does he have a lot left?
not much.
So if there's not so but it's something that oh, this might be my ongoing hiccup. Um, Human time is so different from the other side, something that I haven't quite ingrained to where I stop asking these types of questions that are really human mathematics. You don't know because that's not your math,
I don't see any number. I don't know.
right? I understand. And do we have to fulfill our whole purpose or can we just stop coming to Earth?
You say you want to stop, but you don't want to stop.
Damn it, I was hoping you weren't going to say that. Excuse my French language, as we sarcastically call it in human terms. I say I don't even want to come back, but I actually do. There's something so intriguing about being here. And when I have experiences, say, of love with my own spouse or friends or family, I think, do I really want to never experience something like this again or going out and picking flowers or getting something that we call a coffee? There's something so fun about the palpability of human life, even when it's stressful. Yeah, that's why I can understand it because I feel it even when I insist I'm not coming back. And you're saying that's the experience of David.
Right.
That curiosity just really entrenches us.
Yes.
But, and this is something that I've been dying to put together. In my sarcastic terms, again, I'm sure you can understand humans have weird ways of communicating. I'm sure I don't have to keep saying that, but I'll just go for it here. History, as we say, continues to repeat. Prime example is, say, what we call a genocide or a Holocaust. We had that in what was titled as World War II with trying to erase all Jews. And now, after so many years, around 50 years, the United States is in the midst, it is going through a Holocaust now, and building concentration camps um, for undocumented immigrants. And so there, history kind of repeats over time, regardless of evolution. So I guess what I want to ask is when you evolve so much to a point, if you don't stop coming here, do you just revert back to old frequencies or vibration levels and go through it again?
Are you asking if history repeats itself?
Not if history repeats itself, but what happens to those of us who are evolving out of this planet when history does repeat itself? Do we remain consistent in how we've evolved towards love? Or are there risks of falling back into old thinking or old vibrations?
You may fall back, but you have an advantage if you're evolved enough.
That advantage to
So
maintain.
you can recover what you may have lost little by little.
Oh, okay. So you're more easily resistant to those levels of hate that are behind those kinds of repeated historical cycles.
Yes. It's like you won't, if you fall back, you won't fall further back or to a point where you were all the way down. You will fall to a certain level, but you can easily recover to from where you were.
And that's how evolution continues to press on towards back towards love.
Yes.
And so when we achieve getting we talk about the collective consciousness or the how the collective vibration levels that are rising. At this time, we're talking about moving into the 5D and being in a new reality back towards love. When we reach that point that we are back in great and perfect cooperation and in love, is there a risk of falling back all over again in fear? Or will we maintain it once we reach it?
I don't think I can tell you.
Is there a reason why? With any noise you may be hearing on my end, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. With any noise you may be hearing on my end, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. I can handle this information and I'm curious about it. Can you tell me if there is that risk, even when we are back to cooperation and love?
No.
You can't tell me, or there's no risk.
Eventually, there'll be no risk.
Eventually, there will be no risk. So you're talking about with where, are you talking about in terms of where we are at now as a population?
When we get to the 5D, once you get to that point, it'll be, you won't fall back.
And what gives hope for people now is, well, I don't want to assume. Are we entering the 5D now or not?
Little by little, back and forth.
Right. So there's still that ebb and flow towards that.
Yes.
And so that's what's a little bit tricky right now. And we're still with that ebb and flow, some people can fall back a little bit. And we're still getting to that perfected place of being steady in love.
Yes.
Understood. Interesting. David has a lot of issues with anxiety, social anxiety. Um, is this something that you can now relieve from him? Now that he has centered on his experiences and learned, can we relieve this issue of anxiety from his body so he can function the way he wants to amongst people?
He knows what he is. He just needs confidence.
Can you help his confidence level in some way?
I can try.
I know better than that, and you know better than that. I know what the subconscious is capable of. Do you know what you're capable of?
He's a strong person who resists very well.
He what very well?
Resists very well.
He's not resisting now. That's why he came to me for this help to reach you. I would say that's a pretty big level of letting go in order to achieve this, wouldn't you?
Yes, but normally he would resist.
Normally, but he made a choice.
I suppose.
No, there's no suppose about it. It's actually pretty black and white. He made a choice towards this end, which takes a major level of letting go. And therefore, he's not resisting this change. And therefore, you can do what your job is to release this struggle with anxiety that no longer serves him.
I will work with him.
You're getting there towards the answer I'm looking for. You haven't specified how. What can you do for him at this time to achieve that now that he's made this choice towards this end?
All I can do is have him remember who he is.
I believe that you can do more than that. Can you do a scan of his body and see what's underlying that can be resolved that feeds his fear of people, that feeds his anxieties, and tell me how you can resolve it on the human body level, mind, body, so that this is not a manifested issue going forward?
The thing is, he's not from here. That's the whole source of anxiety.
Yes, but if he is going to continue to carry out his job, he needs help. You say his job is to be here because it brings comfort to other people. Does that mean he's damned to suffer to achieve that?
I don't think he's damned. That's just what he chose to do.
That does not mean that he cannot be helped in this way. Reminding him who he is a great start. What can you do to protect him from remanifested issues of anxiety?
I can work with chemicals in his brain.
There we go. Now we're on to something. You see, I know you better than that. I've been doing this long enough. And I don't have to tell you because you're the subconscious mind. You access his higher self that is in the same place as my higher self. I know what you're capable of, and you know what you're capable of. So great. You're changing chemicals in his mind to assist him. Are you doing that now? Have you begun that work?
Yes.
Can you do a scan of his body and tell me if there's anything else that you can do?
His body is good. It's just his mind.
Then talk to me about the hump and the shape his body has taken. Is that not due to stress?
It's his mind.
So when you change the chemicals in his mind, it will move towards these changes in his body.
Yes. It's all in his mind. His
Fantastic.
body is good. He
Fantastic.
takes care of it.
Fantastic. He does seem to be a very healthy person. He tries his best. given his experience here and what you're doing for him now will help ease his experience as he carries out that purpose. He's doing a great job. And it's your job to protect him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I fully expect you to do your job. Not to be a hard ass or anything, but it is your job.
Yes.
As you work on changing the chemistry in his brain, may I ask you other questions?
Yes.
What is the current role of President Donald Trump in this time while he is still here?
His role is for others to see how they were lied to.
About what?
They will learn not to let it happen again.
Yeah, I would hope so. He's done quite a lot of damage to demonstrate this.
He will be gone soon.
This we know. And I'm not going to dare ask you for dates because I have tried multiple times to get dates from the subconscious. Can you tell me from any extent, is there any way that you can depict or display how close that is?
No.
Yeah, figures. But that's fine. It's soon. That's good to know. What is the job though of Stephen Miller, who seems to be the actual person running the country behind Trump? What is the role of Stephen Miller at this point?
I think he's the main one,
The main one, what?
or one of the major players.
Well, that's already not questioned, not just in this country, but Earth as a whole. But um, maybe the better question is because I don't really think he has much of a purpose towards the collective. Although I guess I could be wrong. Before I get to that next question, what is his purpose? What is his purpose towards the collective?
Just like Trump, just to show the evil side of government.
Because of how I mean, he's behind what is being done. So he's
Yes.
the one that just pushes things to the limits.
Yes.
In his mind wants to achieve what we perceive to be all this evil because of his personal beliefs. But the grand scheme is by doing that, it showcases these faults in these systems that we just rely so heavily on. It breaks the facade.
Yes.
We had an unrealistic expectation, I guess, of safety. So basically, it's the same means as Trump. It's like one and the same. It's okay, let's push the limits here so we can see that actually you're not as safe as you think. What's going to happen to Stephen Miller when Trump is out? When Trump dies, what is the future of Stephen Miller?
I don't see a future. I think he'll just disappear.
Because people, okay, I see. Actually, that makes sense. It's starting to resonate on a very interesting level. Can we expect any level of justice as we understand it in terms of arrests with this administration?
It's possible, but It'll be difficult.
What makes it so difficult to achieve justice?
It's just that corruption is everywhere. It's too spread.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. And it's as complex as it not even being a one-sided thing. Things are being pushed to where we're seeing that what we think is the good side actually walks with the other side, so to speak. That is difficult. Now that I'm placing it, I'm speaking out loud because I'm trying to place it as we go along. I hope you don't mind. I'm not trying to be annoying here, but what's going to happen? So, um, the Epstein files with these sex cases. Um, is this finally the final straw that will lead to the removal of this administration, like the rest of them, from power?
It's showing the cracks. It's breaking what they've built.
Can we expect removal of this administration in its entirety?
I don't see it.
Not seeing it in what way? As in you're not being shown the answer, or that you see this carrying forth?
Not being shown the answer.
Oh, do we have permission to look?
I don't think so. We just have to wait.
Correct. I see. That's okay. Are there any ends that we can know about, such as how things will go with justice for the victims of Epstein and his comrades?
Some will face justice, some won't.
Yeah, I guess that's typically how it goes. There's always a fall guy. What happens after Trump dies in terms of shifts in power?
I think JD will come into power, but he doesn't have what Trump has.
Can you expand on that from your levels of understanding?
Trump knows how to win people over. JD
Right,
doesn't know how to win people over.
right.
They're
Yeah.
very different.
Is JD going to last in the presidency?
No,
That's good to know. And so, and you, I guess you're saying that we can't push it forward to see, we're not allowed to know further about who takes over or what sticks?
I can't tell you.
I don't want to push it because I do respect that. I respect that. I understand. What what do you want people who are listening to this to know? What do you want humans on this planet to know, particularly in the United States, who are wading through this?
Things will get better.
Can you describe better? Because I think, like, we hear that almost like it becomes a cliche, as we like to put it in human terms, because we throw that around. Can you can you specify better?
The government will change the way they do things
So
because they'll have more checks and balances. They will fix what broke this time.
it's a pretty big push. I'd like to ask, will, how will government change and how it functions?
Term limits,
Oh,
something about term limits.
right. Because there are levels of government that you could actually do your entire life, never allowing, um, for new people to have an equal pathway to have a turn at those seats. Ooh. May I ask, would that also be on the Supreme Court level, as we call it?
It has to be. Yes, because that's the main reason. It's the main problem.
Right, because how when people die from that lifelong term, um, or when they resign, there's a habit to leave when the president that even they want is in office so they can ensure it maintains a bias for the kind of, person that would take that seat next, as opposed to it being a level playing field. What
Right,
hap huh?
right.
What happens to the two-party system?
I think that will keep going, but people will change within them.
Can I ask a specific question about something that I'm curious about with, changes in government?
Okay.
Will we see smaller government such as districting in the United States?
I don't think so. That will all go away. What they're doing now.
The districting that's happening now?
I think so. It will just go away.
Because we're going to think that we have fixed it to where it's not necessary. Is that
Yeah,
what it's
things
fixed?
will change for the better, and that won't be necessary.
So what it seems like we're building is just going to fade back off because we are going to believe that we're functioning back as one unit.
We will learn from our mistakes.
Hmm. Well, that's a positive thing, I suppose. What about, can you talk to us a little bit about Palestine? What's the,
Nothing comes to me.
what was that?
Nothing comes to me.
Am I still speaking to David's subconscious? May I speak with David's subconscious, please? Sounds like the subconscious might be done. Am I speaking again with David?
Yes.
How was this information shown to you? What was your experience in finding these things out?
I was just seeing images.
Yeah, images, I see. So like images to allow you to get a view of what that looks like for the information you're able to know.
Right. It was just images and a knowing.
Images and a knowing. I know what you mean by that knowing. I've been through many hypnosis sessions myself. It seems like we're being limited in what we can dive into the way that we want to. Like, obviously, it seems we can't know. uh, I mean, I already knew we can't know everything, but it seems like we're limited in what we can know at this time. Like, probably we won't be able to make more sense until certain things just happen.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to wait.
Yeah. How are you feeling in your body?
I'm feeling relaxed.
Good. Is there anything else that you'd like to explore before I bring you up for today?
I'd like to see if I can go into my future a little bit.
Yes. All right. Continue deep breaths in through your nose and out of your mouth. In through your nose and out of your mouth. Now let's leave that scene, leaving the person there that you are, connected with your subconscious. And now let's move forward to a future time and place that we are allowed to see, to view David's future. What is ahead for him? We are drifting and floating and drifting to a future date that we are allowed to see to help you out in the best way we can. You are now arriving, noticing the details of this future time. And as you orient in this space, I want you to tell me what stands out to you.
I think I see a big house.
Tell me about the house.
It has a lot of rooms. It's very spacious. I
And
see
it's
the sun hitting the wall.
what hitting the wall?
The sunlight.
Mm, that's beautiful. And look down at yourself. Do you perceive that you have a healthy body?
Yeah, I'm standing up. I have brown shoes, blue pants.
What do you notice about your posture?
I'm standing straight. I feel proud of myself.
That's amazing because that is different for you when you think about where you have perceived yourself now. It sounds like you're entering a good space with all this knowledge you now have, changes in your brain chemistry. Can you feel your new confidence levels?
Yes, I feel better. I feel more in control.
Yeah, that's powerful. Who's living with you?
I still see myself alone though. I don't see anybody.
I'm asking the subconscious now if there is a time that we can see, if not this one, where that changes, or if maybe we're not perceiving a family, but they're there to open David up to those details or draw him to a date where that takes place in his life, allowing him to perceive, with whatever extent you allow, what his family life will be. You are now shifting to that point, noticing those details, that future time. What is happening? What do you see?
I think I see some people, but not clearly though.
I don't think we can take you too clear because then you would know too much.
There are some people.
There are some elements of surprise that we're meant to have,
Mhm.
but there are some people. So you're perceiving what?
Family.
Spouse and kids?
I believe so, yes. I see one bigger one and two smaller ones.
Got it. There you go. Look at how things are going to evolve and change for you as you step into this new era of your life with new confidence, good health. How are your energy levels? Do you have the energy to go to one more space?
My neck hurts.
Let's save it for another time. Now follow me up as we go, and on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, just as though you've had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You will feel truly rested and refreshed. And anytime you do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Now follow me up as we go. And when you wake up, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over at this present date and time. It is September the 4th. It's 2:51 p.m. PST on Thursday, and you're lying there in your bed at home. And 1, 2, your blood is beginning to circulate a little faster. 3, 4, you're beginning to become aware of the sounds in the room and the sounds outside of the room, becoming very much aware as you now orient back to this present date and time. Again, it is September the 4th. It is 2025 specifically. It is Thursday. It is 2:52 p.m. PST, and you're lying there in your bed at home. You're noticing it more now because you're beginning to move around, moving those arms and legs, your head, your neck, because it does get very tiring laying in one position like that. And 7, 8, you're coming up now very nicely. And 9, 10, wide awake, and feeling wonderful all over. And you do feel wonderful all over, don't you, David?
Yeah, I do. I do feel relaxed.
There you go. You did it. You did an amazing job. These are some of my favorite sessions to do. You've seen so much that is just enlightening. I want you to take time to sit with the audio before we talk about it further as you sit with everything that you've learned about yourself and just let it instill as you sit with it. I hope it continues as you review it to make more sense of your life, your experiences as you evolve, and that you are able to consciously stay in that knowing and that centered peace. Um, do you give me permission to share the audio to enlighten others?
Yeah, you can share it.
Thank you. Obviously, there's not going to be any identifying factors besides your voice. As you've seen in videos I've posted past, um, obviously people are going to hear the name David, but we never got to a last name.
Yeah, that's fine.
I won't tag you or do anything that might put additional factors, but I'll send it to you as well, a link so you know that it's up, as well as sending it to you because I do want you to sit back with it and just let it instill and be with it because these are very powerful identifying factors. You got to see not only your identity, but experience a little bit of what your life is like on your blue planet. At least now it makes sense why you're so anxious around people too. You're just not used to this intensity of human life. Neither am I. But I think that's why it was very important to push the subconscious to change your brain chemistry. You deserve that protection to maintain peace while you do what you're meant to do. Um, I would follow your intuition if you're not comfortable in a space and that doesn't change in how you enjoy your job, even with change brain chemistry, that you may want to explore what your passions are. And we can begin to find out what you could be doing that might bring you joy and follow that. Given how open you were, I would love to even bring you back from time to time to do more discoveries on things like aliens or whatever, if you'd like to do that.
Yeah, I definitely like to do that.
And also remember you have a friend in me. You can reach out at any time just to say hello, to talk, or whatever. Reach out at any time. And yeah, I'm here for you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in continue working with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll talk about that more later, but I want you to move around, go stretch your legs, move your
Okay.
neck around, sit with this, and I'll talk to you more soon, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.